It's so insane to think about how amazing the potential of RSR is, but a lot of people, they don't understand it. A lot of people choose to ignore RSR, but I think the main reason why they actually ignore RSR is because they don't understand what RSR is all about. They don't understand the end goal when it comes to RSR. The goal of RSR is to one day be linked to the Reserve app RPay. And more specifically, what I mean by linking is how RSR can one day be staked on our tokens, which are stablecoins on the Reserve protocol, which will one day be available on the Reserve app RPay. And once our tokens can be available on RPay, we as RSR holders can actually stake our RSR on those R tokens. And the reason why RPay is so special is because it helps individuals in Latin America protect their savings against inflation. And as of right now, the app is actually up and running. It's not an app that's still a concept that, oh, they're still waiting to release. The app is actually live. It's being used by people. The Reserve app RPay as of right now is serving over 600,000 customers and is available in 5 different Latin American countries and has an annual volume of over $3 billion a year. I mean, just imagine that. These are crazy numbers right here. The app is actually doing fantastic. So just imagine RSR holders being able to stake their RSR on our tokens that are available to over 600,000 customers in 5 countries. Just imagine how massive that is. It's just as of right now, RSR has no link yet to the Reserve app RPay. So a lot of people that are complaining, they're going on Twitter, they're spreading all of this FUD about RSR. They're saying, oh, the price of RSR is low. Oh, when is the link gonna happen? Why is it taking so long? But I don't think they understand this. They don't understand that great things take time. The Eiffel Tower wasn't built in a day. It took time to build the Eiffel Tower. And they're constantly working on it because keep in mind, this year, the Reserve Protocol launched the staking dApp, which means that RSR is one step closer to being linked to the Reserve app RPay. Yes, there are no R tokens, at least realistic R tokens to be staking RSR on. But still, despite that, with the staking dApp even being available in the first place, it's putting RSR one step closer to the Reserve app RPay. I think a lot of people don't understand this. They don't take time to actually study more about RSR. They take RSR at a glance and they try to spread FUD. They try to complain about RSR. They say all this nonsense about RSR. But look, right, they just don't understand. They simply don't get it.
I mean, there are people like this. For example, you take a look at CryptoPara1911. And this person right here, CryptoPara1911, is a complete wacko, a complete clown show who is completely clueless and doesn't even know what he's talking about. Total bozo, in my opinion. I'm just so surprised as to what he actually posts. I mean, look at the FUD he's spreading about RSR. It's insane. All of his tweets are all about hating on RSR. This guy is a complete weirdo. Can you just imagine? Take a look at this stuff right here. His whole agenda, his whole, MO when it comes to Twitter is just constantly hating on RSR. This person is insane. But there are people out there like this, it's just crazy to even think about.
If these people actually took time to actually study more about the Reserve app RPay, if they actually took time to actually study about how amazing the fundamentals of RSR is, they wouldn't be saying all of this. If they took the time they spent hating on Twitter, complaining on Twitter about RSR, if they took that time to instead actually research more about the Reserve protocol and RSR, they wouldn't be saying all of this nonsense. But I guess that's just human behavior, right? There are some people out there in the world who hate other people for absolutely no reason whatsoever. There are people out there, when they take a look at someone, they don't even get to know them, they haven't even talked to them, they just point out and say, oh, I hate that person. There are people like that out there in the world, and I think those exact same people are the people that are hating on RSR. The people that are spreading all this FUD, all this nonsense on Twitter about RSR, those are the same type of people that do that. There are many people out there that try to nitpick RSR. They try to nitpick the Reserve app RPay. They try to complain about staking. They try to complain about R tokens. They say all of this type of nonsense. But I never ever see people actually complaining about Shiba Inu, about Dogecoin. Where are these people? Just think about this, right? They're sitting here nitpicking RSR while they could instead be nitpicking Dogecoin, while they instead could be nitpicking Shiba Inu. Because just think about this, Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, they don't even have 1% of the utility that RSR has. They just don't. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, other than just hyping in and potentially getting amazing gains during a bull run, other than that, it's completely useless in terms of its utility. But I don't see anyone ever hating on Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. Why is that? Because it's not the cool thing to do. They have a big community. If someone tries to roast them, oh, they're just gonna get grilled, right? So they don't want to do that. The it thing to do nowadays is for people to go on Twitter and hate on cryptocurrencies that don't have a high market cap. Because why? The community isn't as big yet, so they know if they hate on it, they don't get that much backlash. And some people, they like to complain. They say, oh, the Reserve app RPay is only available in 5 countries. Now look, for the time being, yes, that is true. But in the next 1 or 2 years, it's planning to be released in 18 different Latin American countries. And also on top of that, in the future, it's going to be planned to be released in Africa. So keep in mind, the Reserve app RPay still has a long journey ahead of it. It's just getting started. It still has a lot of room to grow. The ceiling of the Reserve app RPay is sky high. And the Reserve app RPay doesn't necessarily have to even expand to that many countries in order to do well. I mean, as of right now, it's doing absolutely fantastic. Just like I mentioned earlier in the video, the Reserve app RPay as of right now has over $3 billion in annual volume and has over 600,000 customers. And keep in mind, this is just 5 countries we're talking about here. Just imagine when you add on top of that 18 countries, you add on top of that in the future, Africa. I mean, just imagine the numbers we will see then. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be out of this world. And I think when people see those numbers then, they're just going to be absolutely mind blown. And I think the reason why a lot of people, they are underestimating the power of the Reserve app RPay is because all of the action is going on in Latin America. You know, a lot of people, they're living in other countries, right? A lot of people, they're not living in Latin America. So when they see all of this action go down in Latin America, they just don't understand the magnitude of it. They don't understand how many people actually use it day to day. So a lot of people, they're quick to judge. They're quick to just, put a stamp. They just put a stamp. They take a look at RSR. They take a look at the Reserve app RPay, and they say, oh, it's this, it's that. They just put a mental stamp, but they don't take time to actually understand about it. And some people, they like to complain. They say, oh, they missed out on the RSR bull run last year. Okay, they very well could have. However, as of right now, if you take a look at the price of RSR, it's sitting at a very similar point to what it was last year before it had that massive run. So the way I take a look at it is that if people missed out on the RSR bull run last year, as of right now, this is the opportunity for them to actually experience a RSR bull run in the future. And the crazy thing is this, last year when the price of RSR was going up, a lot of people were saying, oh man, RSR is the best, it's fantastic. But then when they see the price of RSR now, when they see it down, they're saying, oh man, I don't want to buy RSR anymore, it's bad. And I don't get that. It's like, what? Why would they think that way? Because just think about this, right? Just imagine this golf ball. Let's say it's $10, right? Let's say everyone wanted to buy it. Everyone's saying, oh man, I'm going to buy this golf ball. Let's say this golf ball drops down in price to $2. And now people are saying, oh man, I don't want to buy it anymore. But it's so crazy why people don't want it at $2, but then at $10, they're all trying to buy it. I mean, the mentality of most people in this whole crypto space is like that. RSR family, we will see each other at the top. People can hate on RSR, they can make fun of RSR. Doesn't matter, because we together, we believe in RSR. We understand its future. These people who don't want to understand it, so be it. Who cares about them? They're just going to miss out on the RSR gains. We're just going to be the ones that are laughing at them during the next bull run, because these people who are choosing to ignore RSR, when the price of RSR goes up, they'll be nowhere to be found, because they'll be radio silent. They're going to be like, oh my goodness. They'll be like, oh shoot, we got it wrong. Okay, we'll just stay radio silent. A lot of people will be like that. But we as RSR holders, we who believe in RSR right now, we will be the ones to enjoy the benefits in the long term, because we understood the potential of RSR when many others didn't.
And by the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Star is Chill for providing me with this amazing meme. Good on you, brother. Thank you for all the continued support. I greatly appreciate it. Star is Chill, you the man.
RSR family, stay strong. We will see each other at the top the next bull run. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be out of this world. It's been Lee the Captain. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.